They call it a cost of living adjustment. They call it a benefit. They tell you that help is on the way, that the system is designed to keep you afloat as prices skyrocket at the grocery store and the gas pump. But what if I told you that for millions of you watching this right now, the 2026 numbers are hiding a devastating secret? What if I told you that the government is preparing a mathematical sleight of hand, a trick where one hand offers you a meager raise and the other hand reaches directly into your pocket to take it all back before you even see a dime of it? Welcome to the harsh reality of 2026. We are looking at a projected 2.8% COLA increase. On paper, that sounds like something. But when you peel back the layers, when you listen to the experts like former Social Security Administration Manager Dr. Ed Weir, the picture turns dark. We are facing a paradox where your gross income goes up, but your net spendable cash stays exactly the same, or worse. There is a storm coming for your wallet involving Medicare Part B premiums, a calculation method that ignores your actual needs, and a wave of predators waiting to exploit your confusion. Put down the newspaper, turn off the cable news. You need to hear the truth about what is about to happen to your Social Security check. This isn't just numbers. This is your survival. Let's start with the foundation of the problem, the number, 2.8%. That is the projected increase for 2026. Now ask yourself, does 2.8% feel like enough to cover the price of eggs today? Does it cover the rent hikes? Does it cover the insurance premiums on your car or your home? Of course not. And there is a specific, infuriating reason why. The Social Security Administration uses a metric called the CPI-W. That stands for the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers. Listen to those words closely. Urban wage earners, clerical workers. Are you an urban wage earner? Are you punching a clock at a factory or typing in an office downtown? No, you are retired. Your spending habits are completely different. The government is calculating your raise based on the spending habits of a 30-year-old office worker who spends their money on electronics, new clothes, and commuting costs. They are not calculating it based on what you spend money on. They are ignoring the CPIE, the index for the elderly. What do seniors spend the most money on? Healthcare, housing, prescription drugs. These are the categories where inflation is persistent and brutal. But because the formula is flawed, because the formula looks at the wrong people, you are left with a 2.8% scrap, while your actual personal inflation rate might be double or triple that. It is a systemic failure. It is a refusal to acknowledge the economic reality of aging in America. And in 2026, this failure is going to collide with something even more dangerous, the Medicare Part B collision. Here is where the drama truly begins. This is the mechanism of the Great COLA robbery. While Social Security is inching up by that modest 2.8%, Medicare is not sitting still. We are looking at a projected increase in Medicare Part B premiums. The forecast? The standard premium is set to jump to roughly $185 per month. That is an increase of about $17.90 from the previous year. Now you might say, okay, $18. I can handle $18. But stop. Do the math with me. This is the math that keeps the experts up at night. Let's say you are a low-income beneficiary. Let's say your Social Security check is on the smaller side. If a 2.8% increase gives you a raise of, say, $15 a month, but your Medicare premium automatically deducted from that check goes up by $17.90, what just happened? You didn't break even. You went backward. The cost of your health insurance rose faster than your income. In the real world, that means you are losing money. You are falling behind. But the government has a rule for this. It's called the Hold Harmless provision. It sounds like a shield. It sounds like protection. Hold harmless. It implies safety. But let me tell you what hold harmless actually feels like. The Hold Harmless Paradox. The Hold Harmless provision is a law that says your Social Security check cannot go down from one year to the next due to Medicare premium increases. So, in our example, if your raise is $15 and the Medicare hike is $18, the government steps in. They cap the Medicare increase. They say, okay, we won't charge you the full $18 extra. We will only charge you $15 extra. Do you see the tragedy in that protection? Yes, your check amount stays the same. The dollar figure deposited into your bank account on the third Wednesday of the month does not decrease. But realize what just happened to your COLA. Your entire raise, 100% of that 2.8% increase, was just confiscated. It was swallowed whole by Medicare. You waited all year for relief. You waited all year for a little extra padding against inflation. And the moment it arrived, the Hold Harmless provision effectively signed it over to the healthcare system. For millions of seniors in 2026, the COLA will be a ghost. You will hear about it on the news, you will see the percentage flashed on the screen, but you will not see a single extra penny in your wallet. This is the $0 raise. It is the ultimate frustration. It is valid, legal, and absolutely devastating for anyone living on a fixed income. You are treading water while the tide rises. The solutions. Fighting back with MSP and extra help. Is there hope? Yes, but it requires you to take action. It requires you to stop being passive and start navigating the bureaucracy. Dr. Ed Weir, with his years of experience inside the SSA, points to the lifelines that far too many people ignore. They are sitting right there, unused. First, the Medicare Savings Programs, or MSPs. If your income is limited, why are you paying that $185 Part B premium at all? Did you know that the state can pay that for you? It's not charity. It is a program you paid into with your taxes. If you qualify for a qualified Medicare beneficiary or MSP tiers, that $185 goes back into your pocket. Imagine that. Suddenly, your COLA isn't eaten up. Suddenly, you extra $2,000 a year. That is life-changing money for groceries. That is the difference between heating your home and freezing. And then there is extra help for Part D prescription drugs. The government estimates that over 2 million people are eligible for this, but haven't applied. Are you one of them? Are you struggling to pay for your heart medication or your insulin while leaving thousands of dollars in benefits on the table? The system is complicated by design. It is confusing, but the money is there. In 2026, with the squeeze getting tighter, you cannot afford to be proud. You cannot afford to assume you don't qualify. You must check. You must apply. This is how you defeat the inflation trap. Now, for those of you who are trying to supplement this meager income by working, you haven't reached full retirement age yet, but you've claimed your benefits and you're picking up a part-time job to make ends meet. Listen carefully. The trap is waiting for you too. In 2026, the earnings limit is projected to rise to $24,480. Here is the misconception. People think this includes their investment income, their 401k withdrawals, or their pensions. It does not. The SSA only cares about W-2 wages or net earnings from self-employment. If you cross that line, if you earn $24,481, the clawback begins. For every $2 you earn over that limit, they would hold $1 of your benefits. It is a penalty for trying to survive. It is a penalty for working. You must watch that number like a hawk. Do not let a few extra shifts at work cost you months of Social Security checks. The government's computers are ruthless. They will not accept "I didn't know" as an excuse. They will just stop the payments. And now we arrive at the darkest part of our analysis, the vultures. Whenever there is confusion about money, whenever there is anxiety about COLA and Medicare, the scammers come out of the woodwork. But in 2026, they are armed with new weapons. They are using artificial intelligence. Dr. Weir has sounded the alarm on this, and you need to listen. Have you seen the videos? Have you seen the headlines on social media screaming about a January 1st deadline? Have you seen the posts claiming that if you don't click a link and verify your identity by New Year's Day, your checks will stop? Lies, all of it. There is no January 1st deadline for your Social Security. The government does not work that way. These are panic tactics designed to make you act without thinking. They want your fear to override your logic. And what about the tax refund rumors? You might see high-quality videos, maybe even featuring deepfake voices that sound like news anchors or government officials, telling you about a secret IRS loophole that will get you thousands in refunds if you just pay a small filing fee. It is a mirage. It is sophisticated AI-generated rage bait. They are harvesting your personal data. They are trying to steal the very little security you have left. The 2026 COLA landscape is fertile ground for these lies because people are desperate. When you are disappointed by a 2.8% raise, You want to believe there is a secret check waiting for you. You want to believe there is a hidden stimulus. Do not fall for it. If it sounds too good to be true, it is a trap. If it creates a sense of immediate panic, it is a scam. The Social Security Administration will never text you a threat. They will never email you demanding immediate payment. Guard your information like you guard your life, because in this digital age, they are one and the same.
So, where does this leave us as we look toward 2026? It leaves us in a state of high alert. The system is not broken. It is working exactly as it was designed, but the design is no longer working for you. The 2.8% COLA is a Band-Aid on a bullet wound, calculated by a formula that ignores the reality of being old in America. The Medicare Part B increase to $185 is a looming tax that threatens to erase any gain you might hope for. The Hold Harmless provision is a safety net that catches you but leaves you with empty pockets. But you have power. The power lies in knowledge. The power lies in applying for the Medicare savings programs to reclaim that $185. The power lies in understanding the earnings limit so you don't get penalized. And the power lies in rejecting the fear-mongering and the scams that pollute your newsfeed. 2026 is going to be a financial battlefield for retirees. The government isn't coming to save you with a massive windfall. The cavalry isn't coming. You have to be your own advocate. Don't let the system grind you down. Don't let the jargon confuse you, and do not let the scammers rob you. If you found this analysis helpful, if you want to stay one step ahead of the SSA's changes and protect your hard-earned retirement, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button right now. Turn on the notifications. We don't peddle false hope here. We deal in cold, hard facts, even when they hurt, especially when they hurt. Share this information with your friends, your neighbors, your family. Everyone needs to know that the raise might be a lie, but the solution is in your hands. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and most importantly, stay safe. We will see you in the next broadcast.